How would you like to break that down fast? How would you like to heal divisions in your own family? Two kids that are quarreling with each other. Just do this. You just go up and you say to the other person, you've got the talking stick. I can't say anything. Maybe I can ask a question to see if I do understand your point, but I can't make my point. I can't agree. I can't disagree. All I can do is communicate until you feel understood. As soon as you feel understood on your point, then you pass the talking stick or pencil or whatever to me. Now it is my turn. And you are quiet and you listen with empathy until I feel understood. As soon as I feel understood, I pass it back to you. Until you feel understood, then you pass it back to me. Now what happens is literally it transforms defensive, negative energy into creative, transforming energy. Here's why. When you really listen to another in depth until they feel understood, you are communicating their worth, their potential. You are affirming them. It is so therapeutic, so healing, that they cannot fight you, and they gradually become more and more open. Try it tonight with your loved one. You see two kids fighting, just walk up to the smaller one and say, honey, you've got the pencil. No one can talk until you feel understood. And then, as soon as you feel understood, and we make your point to your satisfaction, then you pass it to your older sister or brother. Just try it. You think it takes time? It will save so much time. And in your meetings that you go to, basically you say, let's agree to the simple ground rule that no one can make their point until they restate the other person's point to his or her satisfaction. You see, what this does, it enables you to co-mission. So as you're listening to people back and forth, we come up with a we solution. Do you know that the Iroquois Foundation, or Federation of Indians, taught this to the founding fathers of our country? I am absolutely convinced that impacted what took place in the miracle in Philadelphia and in the creation of this magnificent country with 4.5% of the world's population producing about 30% of the world's goods. There's nothing like it in the history. Because of the institutionalization of these principles inside the Constitution. Now, I want to suggest 3 challenges. I'm going to put these inside 3 circles. The first circle we'll call personal greatness. The next circle, leadership greatness. And the third circle, organizational greatness. Under personal greatness, I would put the 7 habits leading to finding your voice and inspiring others to find their voice. Only this part, since it's personal, is to find your own voice. I know when I was 20, someone asked me to do management training. Gave me my whole voice for my entire life. I was planning to go into a family business, and I had geared myself to it, but I found such a passion in the other direction. Leadership greatness. Modeling the 7 habits leading to the 8th habit of inspiring others to find their voice, affirming them. Leadership is basically communicating people's worth and potential so clearly they come to see it in themselves. Under organizational greatness, mission, vision, values. Now put up the word co-missioning. And at the center, execution. Now, the 3 challenges are these. Get your head out of other people's weaknesses or out of your boss's weaknesses. Don't be sitting here saying, well, this is good stuff, but the person who really needs it isn't here. You are a trim tabber. Take responsibility. Create a culture of responsibility, not blame. The whole purpose of leadership effectiveness is to empower other people so that you help them find their voice. And they are in positions, as Jim Collins puts it, in the right place on the right bus. And then their strength is made productive and their weakness is made irrelevant through the strength of other people because of developing a complementary team. Commissioning, the great tool of bringing together the mission of individuals with the mission of organizations, I suggest, is the use of this kind of communication illustrated by the Indian talking stick. Now, I wanted to show one final little 2-minute film that gives the basic underlying lighthouse principle of a whole person. The 4 basic needs: to live, to love, to learn, to leave a legacy.